dum. Memories like the corner of my mind. Misty waters covered memories of the way we were.
Can it be that it was all so simple then? Or has time rewritten every line? And if we had to do it all again, tell me, would we? Could we?
What was the best thing about this past school year for you?
Oh, the best thing was, helping Angie Cooper graduate.
What allowed you to survive this past year?
This assumes that I've survived, right? I think it's the people that I worked with. It was the cosmetology teachers, Ray, Sharon, Mary, mostly the people that I worked with in my programs and around me.
What was the best part of this past school year for you?
I think trying to upgrade our roles within the community college.
And Ken, did anything allow you to survive this past school year?
Survival was having more work than I could complete, usually kept me going, so I never had time to think about what I wasn't doing.
This is going to the state board, incident. So Joyce, what was the very best thing about this past school year?
I think the very best thing about this past school year were the wonderful people that I worked with and the great students that finally quit moaning when they saw me.
And did anything in particular allow you to survive this past school year?
Her sense of humor.
Leslie says my sense of humor, so I guess
You buy that?
I guess so. You have to be able to laugh.
Well, Nancy's getting too fat, so she's doing the Slim Fast plan.
This isn't butter.
This is not butter,
No.
this is Jump Start.
Jump start. Yeah. Well, is this what allowed you to survive the past school year?
Probably.
Would you say, or would you attribute that to something else?
It's probably something else.
And what would that be?
Well,
What did allow you to survive this past school year, Nancy?
that I'm not sure, Steve.
Got to come up with something,
I
Nancy.
gotta come up with something.
Sure it isn't this?
It's not this.
No?
No. People are giving answers to this.
Yeah. Believe it or not, Nancy.
The best thing about this school year, I guess, was working with all these great people that pulled together to make this thing work.
I think maybe it was just seeing the growth in my students that managed to graduate. They came from, not knowing anything to being able to go out and work. And that was kind of cool. I kind of enjoyed that. And the chocolate chip cookies.
And that's what allowed you to survive this
Oh,
past school year.
absolutely. One must have chocolate.
Lucy's chocolates, I suppose, her kisses and her,
Lucy's Kisses?
yeah.
Okay. We have it on tape, folks, here for the first time, and it'll be on Channel 4 tonight on 6 o'clock.
And that silver, Anyway, do you want me to add something to that?
Well, I'm wondering
Is that enough?
if maybe the answer is the same, but was there anything particular that allowed you to survive this past year?
Working with honorable and inspiring co-workers probably has contributed to that. Plus my daydreaming about fly fishing when I wasn't actively engaged with students probably contributed a little bit to the whole.
Jeannie's muffins. Chocolate chip ones.
Best thing that happened to you this year?
The people, the teachers and the staff. They're terrific.
Yes, oxygen and water. Well, I'll tell you, the best part of this last school year is actually getting to take courses in my major, which is marketing. I couldn't do that my freshman or sophomore year, but I've done that, and it's very interesting.
Did anything in particular allow you to survive the past school year?
Yes, my girls that I have working for me have done a wonderful job this past school year. We survived.
Oh.
That we survived the year.
What was the best part of this school year?
Watching you fall on your butt.
Ron, was there anything that made this year special for you?
Look in that camera and smile.
That about sums it up. Out of here. You want me to wish you a happy birthday?
Yeah.
Huh? You want me to wish you a happy birthday?
Uh-huh.
Get out of here.
And your alternative career would be what, Sandy?
Probably a bag lady pushing a cart down on 16th Street Mall.
16? Well,
Larimer. No, Larimer.
yeah. Now, Bill, so what was the best part of this past school year?
Oh, protecting yourself, of course.
You think allow you to survive this past school year?
Making plans to leave.
Two.
Thailand. Well, DNA. DNA really helped me. You know what DNA is?
No, I don't.
Drugs and alcohol.
Ah, I got it. I learn something new every day here, John.
I think the parties were great. The student parties. We had a good bunch of students, actually. I gotta think about that.
Damn. Time is money.
Time is money. Just all the people in the print shop together, you know, just a team effort.
Seeing the kids get a little bit of education behind them. Several of them got jobs. We spent a lot of money, made a lot of money, had fun doing it.
I need you to leave.
And did anything in particular help you survive this past school year?
Caffeine.
Caffeine.
Caffeine did it.
Drugs. Drugs are always
Oh
there.
yeah, right.
Yeah, Joe, and the best part of the school year for you was?
Oh, just watching the kids achieve so much, you know?
The best thing and the worst thing about this school year for me was the Career Prep 2 class. The hardest thing was not having been a trained teacher and try to do this whole thing. And the thing that saved me was how much I really enjoyed and fell in love with all the kids. And I couldn't have done it without Diana Allen, that's for darn sure.
Is actually seeing the students get to the point to where they showed up at school on time and actually did some work. I was impressed. Well, some of the students wanted to pass on some of their drugs to me, but I didn't take advantage of it. Maybe in retrospect I should have.
This is good. I just got Misty in the restroom, so that couldn't be any worse. I mean,
I'm not going to say a word now. And I have food in my mouth.
Oh, no, you guys aren't very nice. I thought you
Just
were
answer
nice
one
people.
answer one quick question.
Trying to think of, meeting all of you guys. I have food in my mouth.
and what did...
What's happening is, you know, I was afraid of high school students, but I started enjoying, and you know, I had a good time with the students. Thank God it's summer now.
Lisa, what did you enjoy most about this year?
I enjoyed the calm and positive atmosphere.
And lunch and weekends.
Perfect. Yeah, Misty. No, Misty. Wait.
Misty, come back.
Misty. No, women. No. Excuse me. What was the best thing about this past school year for you?
Well, I'd have to say finally getting upgraded on the computers. We had an enormous donation of computers. Of course, we had to put them all together. I guess one of the things, the nifty things, would be singing barbershop. My wife calls that controlled yelling. But those that do it have an enormous experience. And they're always sorry they didn't start earlier. Why don't you ask Luke that question?
Well, what allowed me to survive this year was just getting up in the morning, you know, having my traditional breakfast, coming to work and having my traditional lunch, you know, it was very, very inspiring to have that redundant type of routine every day.
What was the best part of this past year?
The best part of this past year, for me, personally, was when Lucy asked me to put together a new program with everything that I knew and know, I guess, imaginary multimedia technology.
So, Ron, what was probably the best thing about this school year for you?
Well, I thought that we were actually finally working together as a group, and it was for one common goal. It felt good.
And was there anything in particular that helped you get through the year? Helped you survive?
Knowing that there was a denouement, an end, coming soon.
So, Ray, what's the best thing that's happened to you this year? I guess pictures speak for themselves, eh?
Somewhere, some job for us, and a paycheck at Benny's too.
Benny's or Denny's?
Benny's.
I think of that really got me through this year was probably Lucy. The fact that she saved everybody's jobs, including mine, and all of her support, and I'm going to miss her. And I think that's what got me through this year.
I can't think of it.
So what was the best thing that happened to you this year, Terry?
This year? I don't know, really.
Got a new car.
Oh yeah, good new truck.
Thanks. Well, I got involved in this Shanxi practice. It was about deep relaxation, and that's been actually pretty helpful. The main slogans of Shanxi is "Don't care."
Serious.
And when you get emotional, or when the job really bothers you, is when you care.
Group of fine people who work very hard for the cause of education and have done a lot to enrich my life with their efforts in educating people.
So, Pat, was there anything in particular that got you through this year?
Oh, let's see. Drugs and liquor.
What I enjoyed this year, working hard hours and long hours. That's about it.
Working in the library and then checking in all the new items we received. Is that good?
And I didn't even have to pay you for that. You know what I mean?
I do. You know me. I enjoy it all. Paper is my life. I've had more paper this year than ever before.
I think getting to know everybody, because this was my first year not at Paddock. It's my first year on this campus. So it's been fun.
Well, I enjoy my new computer that I got.
Easy come, easy go.
Easy come, easy go.
What I enjoyed most this last school year, we can't put that on tape. It was just a fun-filled year. How much more fun can we stand?
And I would just, if I can, of course, everybody knows what's helped me survive, and that was chocolate. Chocolate. And I have two. Haven't even filled the containers yet. We are ready.
Chocolate was your survival mechanism.
That is it.
All right.
Thanks.
I am trying to come up with an answer. Maybe that I just survived it.
The fact that it's over now. This has been a rough year, but it's over now.
What helped me survive more than anything else this past school year was the knowledge that when it finally came time for Don Shield to try to escape, that he wouldn't be able to do it, that he'd be spinning his wheels.
And it just,
has anybody done you yet?
Function of being
Let's
an
turn that thing
administrator
around and
like
let's
this
get you.
It's something I've kind of held as a secret for a long time now, and maybe this is now the time to actually confront the issue. The best thing that happened to me this year was that a lot of you are really going to be surprised by that, and it was kind of fun to surprise you. Well, I must say that without the assistance from Bernice this would have been a miserable, miserable last couple of years. So thank you very much, Bernice, for all your help.
Well, I think having one of the students that we had a lot of trouble with attendance, he finally got through, completed with a certificate.
Anything particular that got you through the year?
Having a window in my office.
The best thing, working with Steve Tracy.
Now, take two.
Getting the house finished and getting it to a stage where it looks like a home. And working with the students as far as their dedication and their real effort to get this thing done in time.
Oh, the best thing about the school year was we had a lot of graduates. A lot of them have gotten jobs now, be it summertime or full-time, and they're starting to really enjoy and like what they're doing, I think, and starting to have fun with it. So I think we're doing something right. I just don't know what, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I just got lucky.
The best part of this past school year was working with kids who wanted to go to work and getting jobs and actually placing the kids on the job. All of them got jobs who wanted to work.
This past school year for you, David?
It's been working with the students and developing a new program.
Has anything in particular allowed you to survive this past school year?
The people.
Good thing about this school year, I got a paycheck every month, and I'm still married. However, maybe I better rethink the second one.
Ooh.
I can.
And what is your student involved in behind you here?
That's how hard my students work every day.
And so that's a reward for their hard work.
That's right. Actually, they're the only two that showed up to finish on the last day of class.
So, Jan, what was the best thing about this past school year for you?
Oh, the people that I work with and the students.
And was there anything in particular that allowed you to survive the school year?
The sense of humor of the women that I work with.
It should say we impact lives through merger and demerger. What do you think?
Very good, Lisa.
I can only say it's not over till it's over, and we all know that now, don't we?
Well, Lucy, good luck on your new job.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.
Enjoy.
I will. Have a good year next year. I'll be thinking of you all. Bye-bye.
Someplace, sometime.
There's a job for us. Somewhere, a job for us. It might be driving a truck or washing dishes. What the heck?
Well, that ruined that one for you, Steve.
Yeah, you have to bleep that one out, Steve.
Look at this, will ya?
This is how it deserves to be treated.
That's right, every day of my life.
King
just
Luke.
like this.
Well, yeah.
Look at this. Look at this.
Good girl, Bert.
All the ingredients.
She's a thinker.
Excuse me.
Not
Very
practical
nice.
at all.
Not practical. Oh, there.
Yeah, unless they turn the heat off, you might need to do that.
What was that you said?
Who cares?
About practicality? I've never heard you say
Oh,
something.
I've never heard that.
That's a good question.
Never, ever have I heard that.
The Lord of retiring.
Is tomorrow your last day?
No.
No.
He might call him retired though.
Half day. He might call in for a mental health day, though.
He only has a half a day? He only has a half day?
On Thursday.
Please.
On Thursday.
3 days
Don't
left.
start these rumors.
He's got another job.
I'm going.
He's got at least a half.
We wondered what it meant to us that day. When pushed, we said, okay, let's go and do it. Front range forever, we will always stay. Those were the days. Teach our class and work real hard each day. Was what we choose. We knew we couldn't lose, for we were front range and we were here to stay. La 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 la. For we were front range and we were here to stay. First year it was really not so easy. I bought pizza and I had to pay. But soon we all had learned about the system. And we all knew that it would be this way. Those were the days, my friend. We got a chance to teach our class and work real hard each day. Teaching was what we choose. We knew we couldn't live, for we were working and we were here to stay. La 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 la. For we were Becky's and we were here to stay. Then we heard, oh no, we may demerger. Once more techies we may soon be. But you know it really doesn't matter. For we all have each other, can't you see? Those were the days. We got a chance to teach our class and work real hard each day. Teaching was what we choose. We knew we couldn't do whatever name. We know we're here to stay. La 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 la. Whatever name, we know we're here to stay.
Well, Luke's a hard act to follow, but we wanted to have some video of us again, and you were all cornered by Steve at some point. So what we'd like to do, since our plates were full.
Some of you know, feel follow.
Shirts.
But I would like, if you would, I would like all of you to sign mine as a souvenir. Mine. I'm going to put this.
Okay, and I'll pass around the markers. And notice I also have thunder and lightning through my clouds.
Tornado.
And so do whatever you like with this one. And sign Lucy.
This one is.
Kind of get it all out.
As you know, I'll be leaving sometime in July. I do want to mention, because a few people people have asked and said perhaps I should mention it, that I will be on board officially until in June as far as Front Range goes. That was the other t-shirt that's going around. And then as of July 1, I am putting on a Boulder Valley School District t-shirt. And I said I would be on hand just to do some, whether it's consulting or to help with the transition. So I will be working with, I'm not sure who over there yet, but so I have the comments and all that were put on the butcher paper in the cafeteria. And anything else that you have, any thoughts or concerns, I will stay around, and in July I'll be up and back, I'm sure, between Atlanta and here, but I will be working with someone in Boulder Valley so that we could do at least some semblance of transition, assuming, of course, that's where we're going. I mean, that's the assumption. Nothing, of course, is official on that. So I wanted to say that. And I also wanted just real quickly, in case there's any doubt, because, of course, this is an awkward, shall we say, transition, going from Front Range to Boulder, and back again, or Boulder, Front Range, Boulder, Boulder. Isn't that where we're going? Whichever direction we're going. And I know comments have been made about, well, nobody wants this, or we didn't do, what did we do right, or which hoops didn't we jump, or whatever. And I think, and I trust that you all know, it has absolutely nothing. I mean, I think, if anything, you've done such a great job that people do want you, and which is why Boulder Valley really wants the school back. And so I just wanted to make those comments so that you never feel that way, because I know at times we kind of get down on ourselves and look at it. But if you think about it, the secondary enrollments are higher than they've ever been in the last, I don't know how many years. Post-secondary enrollments are higher than they have been, and we know we go by FTE count. If you count the number of students that are there, that's an extraordinary amount compared to what we had a year ago, 2 years ago. The fact that you converted all of both records, and I look at the frontliners there, converting all of records, transcripting, everything from one computer system to another computer system, and I hate to tell you this, maybe back again, once again. Converted curriculum, I don't think there's one department that has gone untouched in that, having to do those conversions, going through curriculum committees. Customized training we're still in. I mean, there's just so many things that we have done right and are working. So as you all know, I know at some level that it has nothing to do with any of that. I mean, I think the job has been terrific, and I think the campus has gone a long way. And if you look at the technology we have on board, compared to a few years ago when we were with 286s. Well, and of course, it's no one knows who owns that equipment. We don't know what that's going to be either. But presently, we have all the hardware. So anyway, I won't go on, and hopefully that you all know that, though. And I have had, as we all know, been challenging times here throughout the years. I said if I ever complain about anything being boring, please don't let me. But ever, it seems like it'd be great. But I think through it all, I think, Luke, you're absolutely right. And I think a couple of you mentioned that. The teamwork has been fantastic. Nothing can take away the spirit, the drive, and the great talent that you have in this room right here. And I will always remember it, and hopefully you all appreciate it. And I would really appreciate it if you would all stand up and give yourselves a standing ovation.
That's almost done.